How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on Bitcoin dominance, we are seeing a bit of a retracement despite Bitcoin futures going up ahead of total. Bitcoin did go up less than total, so that could factor in as well. We could also have more money moving into stable coins rather than Bitcoin. So that could be indicative that we may have some dry capital being put in the market to be deployed. Our stochastic doesn't want to pull back, RSI is pushing down, money flow is pulling back as that VWAP favors bearish, pushing momentum lower. If that VWAP continues to push down, momentum will continue to weaken and money flow will continue to weaken, and we would continue to see downwards push down. Remember, we do have that gap to the upside though, and gaps have an 80% likelihood to fill. Over on total for the daily, RSI is pushing up, stochastic's pushing forward, VWAP does want to break that neutral, momentum does want to push with the green dot, so watch that VWAP close. If it can break and hold, we could see momentum gain strength, and that could push our money flow from red into green. Over on the 4 hour here, we did try to run up to that yellow EMA. We are currently trying to reject, so I would watch the next few candles very close. If we break our EMA band, then we could continue lower. Stochastic is starting to push down, RSI is pushing up, momentum is gaining strength as VWAP wants to push up. VWAP did get higher low compared to back here, but we did see an end of our bullish trend. I would watch if we can stay above neutral, that would be positive, momentum and money flow could continue up, but if that VWAP gets a lower high compared to back here, we could see a push to the downside. Over on the 2 hour, we do have a long upper shadow, so watch for a strong red candle. If we get a strong red candle, we could form a rounding top and see the bears gain control. Stochastic is overall weakening, RSI does want to pull back, momentum is heading down, our VWAP is bullish, but we have lower lows, so watch for lower highs. If we get lower highs with these lower lows, momentum will pull back, and money flow could reverse. That would start to weaken the 4 hour and the daily. Over on our 1 hour, we are pushing forward, we do look positive, we did see a really quick run up, then we retraced it, we did push forward, so we are seeing a move up and down, we are seeing healthy moves forward. We're not just pushing straight up or straight down, that does look positive. VWAP is staying bullish, momentum is pushing up, money flow is bullish, stochastic is pushing up, and RSI is pushing forward. If we can continue to see a break above EMAs and continue to see lower EMAs, break those higher EMAs, then we could continue up. If we start to see some red candles and we start seeing our EMAs fall below each other, then I would exercise some caution. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we don't really have too much, so we will skip that. It did open, it is doing positive, but it just opened, so not much to talk about. Over on Bitcoin for the daily though, RSI is pulling back, stochastic wants to pull back, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum's pulling back, money flow is bearish, so I would exercise caution. Over on the 4 hour, RSI does want to push up, bar stochastic starting to round, so I would watch that stochastic close. VWAP is trying to push forward, we are trying to see a push with a higher low. If we can get higher highs, we could create a bullish trend. That bullish trend could push momentum higher, and that momentum could push money flow into the green. And if that money flow stays green, then we could see a trend reversal and continue with our double bottom. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic does want to round away, VWAP is pushing up, momentum is gaining strength, momentum does want to help push money flow up, so that does look positive. We do have a bullish divergence. Overall, the 2 hour is trying to flip bullish. Over on the 1 hour, we are bullish with money flow and VWAP, momentum is good, stochastic's pushing up, RSI is pushing up. I would just warn against this long upper shadow candle. We are following with a green candle, so that is positive, but if we start seeing red candles, it's likely we would see some further downside. So over on graph, if we can get to the daily here, we are trying to push forward back to that 14,316. We did say that was possible. RSI is flat, stochastic does want to push up. RSI is trying to help push that price action forward, trying to push VWAP up. Momentum does want to push up, we have a green dot, money flow does want to gain strength, so if VWAP stays bullish, momentum could push money flow up. Over on our 4 hour, we are above EMA levels, we are seeing bullish crosses, so watch if green can stay above blue. If we can, we could continue up. Stochastic does want to push up, RSI is pushing forward, VWAP is bullish, momentum does want to push up, and money flow is trying to gain strength. Over on the 2 hour, we did run to the orange EMA, but we struggled, so I would exercise caution. That could be a long upper shadow, and if followed by a strong red candle, we could drop lower. Stochastic is trying to rebound though, VWAP is pushing up, momentum is gaining strength, and money flow does want to push forward, so we do look positive. Over on the 1 hour, Stochastic is pushing up, VWAP is pushing forward, we do have higher highs with higher lows as the bullish trend, pushing momentum and money flow up. If that bullish trend can maintain, we could see higher time frames start to strengthen. If I can click the right time frame over on Ankr, now I'm just jumping everywhere. So now we're finally on Ankr for the daily. We are trying to get a rounding bottom. That could be positive. That rounding bottom could try to push us to that 2338. And if we can break and hold that, we want to get above that value area low that is right around that 2403. If we can break and hold above both of those, we could push up to that 2673. RSI is pushing up, Stochastic wants to push forward, VWAP is trying to gain strength, momentum is pushing up with the green dot, and money flow is red, but if that VWAP can cross bullish and hold, money flow could start to reverse. Over on the 4 hour, we are trying to trend forward. Our EMAs do want to break above each other. Stochastic's pushing up, RSI is pushing up, VWAP is gaining strength, momentum is pushing up, trying to break that neutral, so watch that VWAP. If VWAP stays bullish here, momentum could break bullish, and we could see money flow reverse. That would give us a trend reversal, and that trend reversal could push us higher up. Over on the 2 hour, Stochastic does want to round, RSI is flat, momentum is pushing forward, VWAP is trying to gain strength, so we do look decent. I would just watch that VWAP. That VWAP is kind of zigzagging back and forth. We are pushing forward despite it, but just watch for a hold to the bearish side. Over on the 1 hour, we did gap forward, so I would exercise caution. Remember, gaps have an 80% likelihood to fill. We did run up. We did fill this gap right around this 2262, and now we have 3 gaps below us, so we could end up dropping down, filling those gaps. If we don't make a higher low, filling the gap at that 2227, then we could end up breaking down. However, if we do make a higher low, then we follow with a higher high. We could continue along as normal. We also do have a gap below us right around this, I want to say around 2178, so I would exercise caution. We tried to wick to fill it, but we did not fill it. VWAP is pulling back, momentum is rounding, money flow is pushing up, Stochastic's pushing up, and RSI is gaining strength. Over on XRP for the daily, we are trying to push back toward that 54, so that is positive. I would watch. VWAP is overall pushing up with higher lows. Momentum could reverse due to that VWAP pushing up. Money flow is bullish. Stochastic does want to bounce. RSI is pushing forward, so we do look decent. Over on the 4 hour, we are going flat, so I would watch. Remember, going flat after a breakdown could bring you lower, so we do have a slight break up. That could be a slight bull flag. Stochastic wants to pull up, RSI is pushing up, VWAP does want to push forward, momentum is trying to gain strength, and money flow does want to break that neutral, so we do look decent. Over on the 2 hour, Stochastic is starting to round away as we break our EMAs. Watch if that green EMA can get above blue. If it can, we could push forward, seeing that EMA cross and then run up. VWAP is trying to break neutral, so watch if we can hold. If we can hold, momentum could push up and money flow could flip green. If we see that, then higher time frames could push up and we could continue up. Over on the 1 hour, VWAP does have higher highs with higher lows, pushing momentum higher and giving money flow strength. Overall, that does look positive. Stochastic is pushing up and RSI does want to push forward. So last but not least, we have ALGO. Since there's no requests, we are pushing up to our blue EMA here as well. Our Stochastic is trying to run up. VWAP is breaking forward, momentum is pushing up, RSI is pushing forward. Money flow does want to break bullish, so we do look decent. Over on the 4 hour here, we do have higher highs here. We are trying to make a slightly higher high, so I would watch. If we get higher lows, we could create a new bullish trend. Momentum does want to round though. VWAP is pulling back, Stochastic is selling off, RSI is flat. Money flow does want to break bullish, but if that VWAP rejects, we will see that money flow break bearish. Over on our 2 hour, we are trying to break that 300 EMA, so we are struggling. I would watch. If we can continue a bounce here, that would be positive. However, if our next candle is red, I would exercise caution and watch for a break of our EMA band. Our stochastic does want to push up, but we're starting to curl, so keep an eye on that. That is creating a bit of bearish divergence on that stochastic as price pushes up and stochastic weakens. RSI is starting to pull back. VWAP is starting to struggle. I would watch that. VWAP does have lower highs with lower lows. So again, despite us pushing up, we do have some bearish indicators. Over on the 1 hour, we did bounce off that 300 EMA. That was a pretty good bounce, but again, exercise caution. That VWAP does have a lower high. Watch for a break in neutral. If we break neutral and hold, momentum will follow, money flow will weaken, and we will reverse. However, if that VWAP can bounce off this neutral, getting a higher low, and then push for a higher high, we could see momentum gain strength and push money flow up. That would help push higher time frames forward. So watch that VWAP very close. Thank you for watching tonight's channel. I hope